Good morning, folks. It is your old buddy Luke Clayton. Thank you very much for joining me for our daily 3-minute drive time show. I want to remind you that you can go online right now to catfishradio.com, and there you can listen to the archive of the hour-long show that we do each week. We've got a lot of catfish talk, but we're talking about hunting and crappie fishing and you name it, anything to do with the outdoors. We actually get out there and do it, and we like to have guests on with us that are also very active and knowledgeable people in the outdoors. Speaking of knowledgeable people in the outdoors, I just finished reading a book, folks, called The Catfish Hunters. It's written by Jake Bussolini and Mike Byram. Now, these guys travel the country, the United States. They fished as far as for the big old channels up in the Red River, up in the North Dakota, down to Santee Cooper, and all areas between. They went all over, and it's not just a book of tales. It's a book of facts. The Catfish Hunters, and there's a lot of statistics. There's a lot of facts, a lot of knowledge in this book. I want you to know about it. I don't usually do a lot of book reviews, but this is one book that I think you definitely need to be aware of and hopefully get you a copy. You know, I've been a serious catfish fisherman all my life. I grew up northeast Texas fishing trot lining and rod and reel fishing for channel cat up there, and grew up in the blue catfish now are just a whole lot more numerous in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas. There's just a lot more of them. They're more heavily stocked, especially in Texas lakes right now. But I learned a new bait that I am very, very anxious to try out. After I read The Catfish Hunters, these guys take chicken breast, skin on is fine, cube it up into about 1-inch cubes, something roughly that dimension, and put a lot of garlic powder on it and marinate it overnight in a refrigerator. Well, catfish, I think everybody's aware of how finely attuned their olfactory system is. They can sense that, they can smell that in the water, that garlic, and I'm sure that chicken breast would stay on the hook really well, but I want to give that a try. Truthfully, it's hard to beat shad for catching blue catfish, channel catfish even, although I do use a lot of stink baits for channel catfishing, but for blues, I definitely am going to try this, and I'm sure it'll work. I just never thought of it, But that chicken breast is going to hold the scent of the garlic, and it's going to disperse into the water really well. So the next time I go blue catfishing, which is a couple of days from now, I'm planning to go, I'm going to put this method to use and see how it works. Folks, we're out of time for today's show. I want to remind you, you can check this out. Here's the website for the book, jakestakeonfishing.com. That's Jakes, Jakes Take on fishing.com or amazon.com. We'll talk to you tomorrow at the same time. Have a good day, folks.